Hello everyone, my name is Denise and I'm the Education Librarian at Georgia State University Library's Atlanta campus. Today we'll be taking a look at the ERIC database. ERIC is the primary database for the field of education and it's available on several different platforms. It doesn't matter which platform you choose, today we'll be looking at the EBSCO platform. We'll start off with our research question, which is how do stereotypes affect young girls in STEM? And so I've broken this down to my keywords, which I've defined as stereotypes and girls and STEM. And then I've done a little brainstorming for the term stereotypes and the term girls. I think in terms of identifying the direction of this research, there's a lot of different ways you could go with stereotypes. So I've done a little bit of brainstorming, but the database itself will help us brainstorm. So let's take a look at what that looks like. When you choose the ERIC database from the library homepage, it opens to the basic search. I'm going to click the advanced search option under the search box and start building out a more complicated search than what's available in that basic search box. So our first term was stereotypes, and it's giving me some suggestions. I like it. I think it's pretty good. So I'm going to select it, and it will add it to the search box. You can add as many terms as you like here. Just add the Boolean term or and additional terms as you go, and or between each term that you add. And our second term was girls, so I'll select that one. And the third one was STEM. It actually wrote out the acronym for me, which is kind of nice. You might actually need to do that. So we'll go ahead and select that. And now we've got a very complicated search going with pretty minimal effort. I'm scrolling down to take a look at these filters. The one that I use the most is publication type, and reports research is the one I use the most. It will filter to empirical research. And of course, there's some standard ones that we use a lot, such as peer review and the date filter. There's an education filter here, so our research question was for young girls. I could choose something that would define young girls by grade level, but I think I'll leave it off for now. Sometimes it can be a little too limiting. And I'm going to click search. I've got 614 results. One way to narrow this down is to look under the subjects on the left, and I can show more, and then I could click off as many of these as I like. And it looks like there's some pretty great ones that are in this list, actually. That's really, really quite nice. I do have something in mind. I'm going to cancel it though, because I have something in mind from my brainstorming prior to doing this search that I don't see available there. So I'm going to add a row and type in the word motivation. It wasn't there, so I can just add it in on my own and click search. And now I'm at 41, so we're doing much better in terms of focusing the search as long as our results match as expected. In terms of filters, this geography filter, it can be handy sometimes, but if you're trying to do comprehensive research, I would leave it off. It's just not, it doesn't include enough. It's pretty bad actually in terms of comprehensiveness. So leave off geography unless you just need a quick few results. The search history will give you a quick review of the structure of what we just did, and of course there's some safe searches and whatnot you can do. You can also copy and paste this into a basic search box if you want. ProQuest products will process these ands and ors in parentheses. So if you want to do that, keep in mind that this length full text automatically gets applied on basic searches. So if you don't want it, you can take that off. I think you all are pretty familiar with the Boolean type searching, but if you have any questions about it, I'm happy to I'm happy to answer whatever I can. You can get very complicated with the coding for these if you so desire. I usually try to keep it pretty simple. I also use the thesaurus a pretty good bit. just to sort of get a sense of the kind of research that exists. In this case, STEM is a thesaurus term, and I can add it to my search and just search this. And then if I was wondering whether or not the database ERIC had information on STEM education, my answer is emphatically yes, it does. It has quite a lot. I would build out the search from here, but this is just kind of a good way to explore how much research exists in a given database. I hope that was helpful. Feel free to forward any education related research questions that you don't feel comfortable answering to me. I'm happy to answer them. Also, if you get any questions related to systematic reviews, I love to answer those questions. So I'd love to have all of the education research systematic review questions. Thank you so much.